Think, well, why do the Jesuits study all the different religions, and then the last book they study is the Bible? You think they're actually trying to find the truth, but they're not. They're trying to find out how to trap everybody. They want to know your belief system. They want to know your doctrine. They want to know what you believe, because they're trying to trap you. They know your weakness. They know your propensity. They know how to trap. And it's not just individuals, it's nations, it's cities, it's leaders, it's they've studied Putin. They know how to trap Putin. They know how to trap him. It's already started. The trap is already set. Don't think it ain't. He's part of it, probably. It's probably just a game to trap. It's actually, Putin's probably just a game to trap the Chinese. The USA and Putin's probably working together to mess up the Chinese. It's all a game. It's all a chess match. I'm telling you. I promise you. And I hope they do mess up the Chinese, because I don't like the Chinese leadership. I like the people, but not the Chinese. So you think it's random. This is not random. They will submit. The Chinese will submit eventually. Even if they attack, they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be pushed back supernaturally. You really think this thing is just by chance? Who put that car together? An architect, a designer, an engineer. That car just didn't happen overnight. It was a designer or an engineer. Who put this nation and this city together? If I go downtown, you'll see what they're building down there. It didn't happen overnight. This thing was designed. When they laid the foundation for the internet to China, undersea, and they sent the internet over there, that should tell you everything right there. Everybody's interconnected through the internet. Why would you connect with an enemy? Why would you interconnect with a nation that's supposed to be socialist? They're not really socialist. It's capitalism. It's just a fake socialism. They use the socialism to keep people scared and keep them from rising up and taking over, because there's so many people. It's a system, and they haven't forgot about you. They know what you're doing. And every game they play, every trick they play is obvious. It's so obvious, it's not even funny. When you take the red pill and you swallow that red pill and you realize that the whole thing's a setup, when you wake up to it, somebody asked me 20 years ago, he said, how'd you make it through that? He's talking about a divorce and all this other stuff going on. I said, what do you mean, man? How did I make it through it? By faith, one day at a time. See, those who are a part of the secret society, they don't understand you if you take it one day at a time. If you walk by faith, they can't understand you. They can't understand your freedom and your strength and your endurance and your fortitude. They don't understand it. Most of the ones who are rich have gotten rich because they've sold their soul to the devil. I mean, it's really simple. It really is. The ones who rise up in the system have sold their soul to the devil. And the ones who get beat up and beat down, they become slaves to those who sold their soul. So they actually sold their soul. But if you keep getting up and keep fighting till the end, Wile E. Coyote, he's not going to stop. But you've learned all the games that Wile E. Coyote can play, and you're ready for him. You're ready. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Babylon is all around you, trying to get you to sell your soul to the devil. And life will be easy. Life will be a piece of cake. If you're looking for the easy life, you're in the wrong place. Even if you sold your soul to the devil and you joined up, you still think it's easy? Because you're going to have to do some Illuminati sacrifices. You're going to have to sacrifice somebody in your life. And you think that's going to be easy? Somebody you care about? Or you're going to have to sacrifice yourself eventually at the end. Somebody's going to have to pay. To rise up, somebody had to pay. See, the difference between them and us is they think another human's got to pay when we just rest in Jesus because he already paid it all. His yoke is easy. Jesus became sin for us. He's the sacrifice. He'll make a way of escape. He won't put on you more than you can handle. So they can come, the kings of the earth can come around and try all these games and play games, and they can try everything under the sun, but God is just laughing at them. God is just laughing at them. When you believe the word, you don't go by your own understanding. You believe God, he will make a way of escape. Every single time. But if you sell your soul to the devil, you're a slave anyway. You become a prostitute of Babylon. That's what Hollywood is. They're all doing, watch them. They all, when one of them starts a new trend, they all do it. They're all prostitutes of Babylon. They sold their soul to the devil. And all the Hollywood actors, when they start, let's say one's, Poppy posts her image with a, then Brie Larson, she'll start, Poppy shows her cleavage, and then Brie Larson, she'll show her cleavage, and then all these other ones, they'll start to show their cleavage. They're all the same. They're prostitutes of Babylon. For real. Not even joking. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. And when you wake up to it, when you first wake up to it, it knocks you down. You're like, I can't function. I don't know, how do I function in the middle of this? Then you get strong. You sit up, you stand up, you walk out the front door, and you say, okay, I'm in shock at what I'm in, but anyway, you just keep going. You take one step, you take another step, and then you start stepping, and you say, whew, I made it. I made it through that revelation about killed me. Just the fact that I was surrounded by agents my whole life. And you wake up to it and you say, the media, the news, the school, the medical, the doctors, everything's an agent of Babylon. And you wake up to it and you say, you about want to die. You about die because there's so many lies. If you knew how evil your own heart was, you'd probably jump off a bridge, but God has to reveal it slowly. So if you knew how evil Babylon is and how the system's so evil, that just looks like an innocent old strip mall, right? Think again. It's not. That looks like just an old innocent car wash. Think again. It's not. I'm serious. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. And the average person, he's got his load on his back. He's got a book bag on. He's just carrying his load, like Pilgrim's Progress. Everybody's tied into Babylon, but there's one sole character out there carrying the load. That guy right there is just walking, carrying his backpack. He probably can't afford the gas, and so he's walking. Everybody else sold their soul to Babylon, and they're got all the gas in the world. It's a trip. Talk about a trip. It is a trip. Try the spirits. Test the spirits. If the Bible says this place is run by the devil, then you better believe it's run by the devil. And if you think you got the American dream, or you think you got the whatever you want to call it, you better think again. You've only been given that opportunity because you're not trying to win souls. You can make it, with God's help, but every time you get ahead, they knock you back 2 steps. Every time you step 2 steps forward, they knock you back 1. You just keep going because you're already there. The secret to this is know that it's a worship service. You're already in the now, and nothing they do can stop you, really. You got to survive. And it's like Wally Cody. He don't care if you survive because he's just going to come back. It's a game to them. They enjoy the game. So if they're enjoying the game, you just enjoy the game and rest in it because you know it's going to happen again. They'll send another agent. They always send another agent. Always, always, always. They always send a new salesman. They always send a new email. They always send a new news piece to make you think the end of the world. They always do a war. They always doing something because it's the same story over and over. Here's a secret that I uncovered to beat the Jesuits and the Freemasons every time. Every decision should be a healthy decision. Every decision should be a healthy decision. If they can brainwash you and mind control you to make decisions that are not healthy, they got you. But if you stay in the now and every decision you make is a healthy decision, instead of me going through here and getting a Coca-Cola, I'm going to get a water. Every decision is a healthy decision. That's the secret.